Can plasma remove stains? Interesting question. Depends on the stain, depends on what it's on. Let's chat about it. Hello, my name is Greg Friedman. I'm a bioengineer who spent his entire career working in electric discharges, otherwise known as plasmas. Anyway, so can plasma remove stains? Well, let's assume you're talking about your t-shirt or your couch. That kind of stain. So first of all, what do we expect that stain is from? You spilled some coffee, you spilled some blood, or your cat pooped on it, or threw up. So biological fluids, they're heavily organic, very heavily organic contamination. So I would suggest for removing that stain first, you would need to remove the bulk of the material, right? Like the soaked in blood. You need to sponge it off as much as possible. And the same goes for coffee and throw up. So any kind of stain, remove, even for laundering, remove as much of the contaminant as possible. What you're left with is color pigments. Now, how do you remove those? Bleach, oxidize them, bleach or hydrogen peroxide or both. If they can do the job, plasma can do the job. Why would you use plasma? You got bleach and it's cheap. If it works for you, great, use it. But a lot of times, especially in the industry, especially in controlled environments in the industry, liquid processing loses to dry processing simply because liquids are liquid. You need to deal with them. You need to bring them in, store them, use them, dispose of them. You need to monitor for activity of that liquid. Versus plasma, you turn it on, you turn it off. You don't need anything else, and it's always the same when you turn it on and off. So plasma has pretty significant advantages. Otherwise, it works kind of very similar to bleach. You have in air plasma, especially with a little bit of water, high humidity or water droplets, or moist surface. Plasma creates lots of reactive oxygen species, reactive nitrogen species, hydrogen peroxide, OH radical, peroxynitrite, all atomic oxygen. All of those guys are very good at breaking down organic matter and removing the stain. So yes, plasma is very good at removing stains from all sorts of fabrics and all sorts of home environments, tables, carpets, whatever you can find. Wood. Problem is, plasma is not very selective. So if your wood, like this one, if your table is made out of wood and wood is organic, yeah, it's pretty solid organic, but it's organic. And if there's an organic stain on it, plasma doesn't care. It's going to etch the stain at roughly the same rate that it's etching the table. If it's your t-shirt, plasma will take away the stain at the same rate as it takes away the purple from this shirt. And it takes away the shirt fibers along with it. So one needs to be careful when considering reasons and directions for switching from wet processing technologies to dry processing technologies, plasma being one of those. So can plasma remove stains? Yeah, but probably in a household environment, plasma would lose to liquid treatments simply because liquids are easy to deal with and these are not mission critical. Like if your couch has a stain and you clean it up so the stain is barely visible, frequently that's good enough. Whereas in other environments like cleaning hospital garments or cleaning hospital curtains, there you need repeatability, you need ease of use, etc., etc., etc. So there, plasma could be useful, and I already talked about plasma used in the laundry in a hospital environment where it's a really good application for plasma. So anyway, I hope this was interesting for you. If it was, or it was not, I would love to hear that in the comments. This is how we build this channel together, is by talking back and forth. I would love to hear from you what you want to hear about. So please go ahead and ask questions in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to chat about them. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.